Hi, I'm Suffolk Susie, and today I'm planting Ajuga. My sister-in-law asked if I wanted some Ajuga that she grows in her front yard. My first question was, will I regret it? And she said, no, it's hardly spread over a few years now. So I was like, all right, sure. And I'll tell you, I was really pleased to see the purple plumes when she and my brother dropped them off. So a little research, and I found that Ajuga, or Ajuga, however you want to pronounce it, blooms from early May to early June. So actually we're at the end of May, so it's probably on its way out. And it's a ground cover that quickly takes over an empty space. It's part of the mint family, so even though it typically doesn't spread past other plants or rocks and can be contained, so they say. It's an evergreen perennial, which is always a plus to me, and it can thrive in sun or shade. So I think this neglected shady bare spot will be perfect for Ajuga. So thank you, sis. I already love it. I love the color, and I really hope it thrives. So it's the end of May, so let's go around the property and see what is about to happen. So the daffodils and the tulips are spent, and I'm going to just go around and clip off some of the spent tulip heads and things like that, and then we'll see what's next behind the tulips and the daffodils. Chop and drop. It's done. This is the turnip and carrot bed. I have this tulip. Oh, I noticed this last night. I know, it's silly, but this reminds me of a Christmas ornament of an angel wearing a red dress. Isn't she beautiful? We have these daffodils that are done. I call this the mailman path. I had flowers in here and the mailman would just trample through, so I decided to put a little path for him. And he uses it. But look what just popped out here. Look at these beautiful blue irises. And somebody else enjoying it. I also have this little guy here. I thought it was a rock. Nice little mushroom there. I have some irises coming up here. I forget what color they're going to be, but I think I was doing purple, blue, and orange in this area. This is the rock garden. This heather is on its way out. I'm gonna have to shave that down to the ground too, and it'll bloom again in the fall. Petunia Bordeaux coming in. And more of the blue irises here. Oh, you can see through it with the sunlight. Check out that allium against the shed. I absolutely love that. These onions from last year are gonna go to flower soon, and I'll collect some seeds. Look at these, are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Over here, just next to the African blue basil, I have the daisies, Shasta daisies. And I see they're getting little buds in there, ready to uncurl. I have these poppies coming up. There's my hand, there it is. Now this is maybe a little over 2 feet tall. Last year these were just tiny little things close to the ground, little slivers of poppies. So I'm looking forward to these coming up too. I also have them by the shed here, coming up. These are gonna be poppies. I don't see any buds yet, but they're getting bigger. They don't get as much sun, so they'll probably come up later. Oh, but look at this. Here's a little one. These are beautiful. Let's see what else is about to happen. Blueberries. These blueberry flowers are all dropping off because they have blueberries coming through. Same with this one. The buds for these flowers were beautiful. I wish I would have captured that. Remember my mystery soil where all my seeds got dumped and plumped together? I planted a bunch of things here. Well, apparently some of those items was lettuce. Not that, but definitely that one. And you can see I have some cosmos coming up. Over here by this oval, let's see what's about to happen in here. We have our irises. Look at that. Coming up. Strawberry flowers. Red ones from Proven Winners, I think, last year. I thought that was an annual. I'm not sure. But here they come, red flowers. Very pretty. And this is my Tuscan kale, you know, that I harvested last year. I let flower so I can get some seeds. So all these little things here are going to be pods. They're going to get a little bulkier and bumpy, and when they're dry, I'm going to pull them and harvest the seeds. Right now the bees are enjoying the flowers. Pretty, right? Let's see what's about to happen down this way. Peonies. beautiful irises, just like the ones in the mailman path. More peonies. And then these bulbs that I planted. Look at these beautiful little flowers. I really forget what kind this is. What this is. I'm thinking an allium, you know, because the tissue paper around here kind of resembles onion paper. I have to look into that. Now this plant I relocated from the tomato garden last year, the tomato bed, and I don't know what it is. I remember having something and sticking in the dirt quickly because it was dying and I just needed to temporarily put it somewhere, and that was early last spring, and it stayed there throughout the season and just stayed short and leafy. Didn't do anything, but I transplanted it and all these spikes are starting to come up. I'm not sure what this is. Does anybody know what that is? I'm thinking maybe dianthus, though I've tried dianthus before. I wasn't thrilled with it. I'm not sure what this is, but I like a good mystery. Can't wait to see what that is. I have the purple bearded iris coming up here. More of this bulb. Very dainty and delicate looking. More of that bulb there. And this I did in the fall. I probably had an excess and just went around and plopped them in wherever I could. So, very curious to see how these are going to look in the garden and where I put them. Okay, my bush beans are finally popping up over here. And here. Bush beans, and then squash. Can't forget the sunflowers. They looking good. Look like they grew already. Let me see, what else is happening in the garden? Oh yeah. The lavender. Lavender over here is blooming. You see the buds here. That's exciting. And I can't forget my sage. I've never had sage bloom before. These have been here for years. Oh, sun. Sorry about that. Let's see which way is better. Anyway, look. Blooming. Never had sage bloom before. And I have a couple different varieties here. And I was actually going to pull this up because look how woody it's looking here. You see, I was actually just going to pull this up. This is, you know, not doing so good, but can't pull it up if it's blooming. Curious to see what those blooms are going to be. They're pretty big. It's pretty big. Well, that's it. That's what's going on in my garden this week. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.